What's good? What's good, everybody? This your baby J Jack in the building. You know what I mean? And we got a special guest in the building. Before we get into the discussion of his career, what he's done in his career, to where he's at now with Southern Soul, the beginning. Before we go into that, we want to appreciate anybody that's going to check us out right now, that's going to listen on the podcast, wherever you catch us at. We appreciate y'all, the Star Magazine in the building. Without further ado, we're going to get into the guest. Uh, Special guest. You know what I mean? Knowing the
It's cutting up. But yeah. So we're gonna get into our special guest, Mr. Benito. Mr. Benito, let's talk to the people. Let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about where it all started and how it began and how you got to the point where you are now.
Okay. First of all, I want to address everybody. My name is Benito. Yeah,
what you got
like Spanish.
for
Benito,
Benito.
not Benito. But I got to get that clear because people mess my name up a lot of times. They say Benito. I am Benito. Yes. Okay. I started my career back a long time ago in 1989 with MC Hammer. MC Hammer was my CEO, my boss. I was traveling on the world, all around the world with him for 4.5, almost 5 years. I sung on several records with Hammer. The biggest records we had was the ones off of the Too Legit to Quit album, which I sung on 7 records, and I'm featured on 5 now. So basically, you can say it's the MC Hammer and Benito album because we did quite a bit of work. And after the Too Legit to Quit tour, we set parted separate ways, and everybody because he filed bankruptcy, and then everybody went their separate ways, and I continued my solo career. And I had quite a great solo career also. You know, several years in Los Angeles. I stayed in LA for like 9 years. Had 3 albums to date from doing R&B, and now I'm doing Southern Soul. So I've been doing Southern Soul now for the last 4 years. It's going to be 5 in January. I think it'll be 5 years in January since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to just jump off into music from the beginning though? What lit a flame to say this is what I do? I want to sing or I want to rap or what inspired you to do that from the beginning before you even met MC Hammer?
Well, being in a little small town where I'm from, El Dorado, Arkansas, I did talent shows. Of course, I sung in the church. Mama brought me up in the church. So um, really, it was like a surprise thing. It wasn't nothing that I had planned out. I didn't say I was going to be, an artist and, travel the world and sing and be on all these big old records with the biggest entertainer in the world at that time. Had no idea that was going to happen for me in my future. I just, if you look at me, I'm a big guy. You see me in the picture, whatever. I'm a big dude. You know what I'm saying? 6'3". You know what I'm saying? Right now, right at 300 pounds. But back then, I was that size, almost 6'3.5", 4, all American linebacker. My school, 13 All American, all that. I was going to school to play football. My goal was to be a professional football player. That's all I thought about. But I was streamlined. I was, as Bobby Boucher said, fine-tuned machine.
Yeah, yeah,
And
no doubt.
I look more like a bodyguard than anything, the way I was, built. So anyway, I went down Grambling State University. Big shout out to HBC schools, baby. Salute all around the world. We love y'all. Um, and I met MCM at Grambling State back in 1989. And that night went back to audition for him, which I didn't plan on that either. My best friend was Hammer's cousin, his first cousin. He introduced me to Hammer. And Hammer said, I want to sign you to my record label, my brother. Have you ever made records before? I was like, yo, no. But call my mama, because I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being a young guy from the country, I was just 19 years old. And he called my mom's, and she said, yeah, he can go. And the next
Oh,
thing I know, I'm in California in the studio recording all of that with 357, with Hammer, a lot of other groups he had. I was doing background vocals for them. I was a Nate Dogg or the T-Pain singing hooks before they even became who they were. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that my popularity as an artist or who I was, a lot of people knew me, but they didn't know it was me doing all that singing on them records and all that. But at the
Yeah.
particular time, Hammer was grooming me to come out as a solo artist. I didn't come out as a solo artist under Hammer's label. I came out as a solo
Mm-hmm.
artist on my own when I left him. Then I
Mhm.
did my solo career, and everything has been that way ever since. It's been great ever since.
Oh, that's awesome. So
Dope, dope.
finding your creative style to say, okay, once I came from up under this umbrella, now it's my time to shine on my own. How did you learn to drift and transition, shall I say, to your own style, to your own way of doing things?
Well, you got to understand, I'm an R&B singer. I sung R&B. I was always a singer. I was singing for a rapper. So Hammer had the
Mm-hmm.
rap thing on lock. So me being with him, being around all the other producers from Teddy Riley to the Babyface to everybody, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, back then at their height, I knew music. Also, I was on the road with Devontae. Devontae was my real close friend. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talked in a couple of years, but Devontae from Jodeci, the producers over there with Boys and Men, we was all on the road together. So I knew all them cats. A lot of cats that was in their bands or whatever, they was producers too. So I was ready to do whatever. I had all the connects. I just put it like that. So when I left Hammer and went on my own in my solo career, I had all the connections with everybody. I just linked up and did what I had to do.
Okay, okay. That sounds like a plan. So what is like non-musical or musical? Who can you pay homage to say, okay, this is who I listened to growing up, or I mimic this person, which then in turn gave me my own kind of style. Who would you pay homage to saying that? Not only MC Hammer, because he kind of helped to pave the way for you, but whom else will you give credit to or say, I grew up listening to Marvin Gaye, or I grew up listening to this person. Who else can you bring forth or pay homage to?
Old
Mm-hmm.
school, I would say um, Stevie Wonder, Freddie Jackson. Those are some of my mentors in music when I was coming up as a kid. But when I got into my teens, my favorite artist, even though he's going through a lot right now, his name is getting bashed all in the music industry right now, was Aaron Hall from Guy. Aaron was my guy. That's my dude. I mean, Aaron, that's my guy. And I wrote one of the biggest records Aaron Hall ever had. I'm the original writer for I Miss You. I wrote that record. But at the particular time, I was a kid and I didn't know about publishing and writers. I was signed to Busted Records, which was Hammer's label, and I was signed to Busted Publishing. When I signed my contract, I didn't know that all those rights were taken away from me as an artist. So I was always told, keep on writing, keep on writing, keep on producing, keep on producing. That's what I was doing in the camp, along with me doing the stuff I was doing with Hammer. Hammer saw the potential in me. That's why he signed me. So he knew I could do this, but unfortunately, my record got taken from me. And it was crazy, Crystal and J Rock, how I found out my record had been taken. I was here back at home in El Dorado, Arkansas, and I heard it on the radio. And I would listen to the song. There's a radio station out of Monroe, Louisiana playing it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my record, but that ain't me singing. Because I know the runs, I know how I do what I do. I'm like, who is that? And I immediately got on the phone and called Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I said, somebody done stole my song. He's like, what? I said, somebody stole my song, man. The song I wrote, I Miss You, for my album. Somebody stole it. He's like, no, ain't nobody stole it. I've got to tell you, we sold the song to Aaron Hall.
Wow.
I said, you sold it? I said, you didn't tell me nothing about it. He said, Benito, you signed under my label, man. I can do what I want to do with your music. I was like, wow, really? Oh, okay. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When you get back, I got something for you. Don't
Mhm.
trip. I got something for when you get back. Because I was home visiting for the holidays for Christmas.
Right.
And when I got back, I think he gave me $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, something like that. I can't remember. But that was a pacifier. I was a pacifier. I didn't know that at the time. I
Mhm.
just rolled with it. And I told my mother, I let my mom like. She said, baby, if you wrote that song, you can write 100 more. Don't trip. It's okay. Remember, she was more on the thing of what he did for you. You
Right.
with him, don't trip. He's taking care of you. You out there with him. You've been with him for years.
Mm-hmm.
You better trust him. Don't worry about it. And that's what happened. Now, I don't take nothing from Aaron. Aaron took the record and made it a hit record. He did his thing, but I think it'd have been a hit with me too. If I'd
Yeah.
had the same backing, but he had a little bit more than that because he's already, known for the group guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say something. I'm not even throwing shade, but I'm gonna say it like it is. Has Aaron ever had another hit record like that record?
No, he haven't.
Okay,
He
so
haven't.
that's
I
that
can
answers my
totally
question.
agree on
And
that
then look, and I know it. I know it. I know
Yeah.
for sure what's going on. It was
one.
another incident that y'all don't know about. But I'll tell you about it right quick. When the record came out, and after I left him, my mother told me to leave it alone, but I was hard headed. So I had a real good friend over at Warner Chappell Publishing in Los Angeles, and she said that Aaron was over there trying to get a publishing deal with his friends, and the deal was for $250,000, and they had to produce 10 songs. They told them they wanted 10 more I Miss Yous. That was their deal. We give you $250,000, 250,000. So they did their production. They delivered all 10 songs. Because they was gonna put them on Mariah Carey, Nita Baker, whoever they had under their label. They was gonna sell the songs to them, do their thing like they always do. Now, one of the songs they presented, they said, "Wait a minute, this ain't that feel. None of these songs sound like these I Miss Shoes or whatever. Not in that rim. What's going on?" My friend, I say her name. My name was Daphne. She was over there on the staff. She said, "I want to say something," because she was in the meeting. They like, yeah. They said the reason why those songs don't sound like I Miss You because Aaron didn't write it. And like, okay, well, who wrote the song? He said, my friend Benito wrote it.
Okay.
Well, where's he at? Why is he not in the meeting? So they asked him, Aaron, did you write that song? No. I put my own twist on it. But I got the song. I bought the song from oh, so you didn't produce the song. You didn't have the same producers either. So you ain't got that feel. See, stuff is spiritual. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the way it was. And he didn't have it. So he wound up getting a deal, but he produced. He got a portion of the money, but he didn't get all the money because they put a deal off the table after he didn't deliver. Then they started looking for me.
Right.
When they started looking for me, I put my lawyer in it and my lawyers to get on it. And after we got through talking to him, they didn't want to deal with me because they didn't want to pay me like they paid him. But it was all off of popularity and off of what he had did off the record prior. So I guess they didn't feel like I said, okay, oh well, you let a
Right.
good songwriter go. But anyway, that's one of my old stories, right? People don't know it
Right.
happened.
So they took
No
power
doubt.
over talent, basically, in that sense, in that aspect. But I guess in all, it was a learned lesson. It kind of put you on your toes to say, look, yeah, you got me once, never again. Let me get up.
No,
Let me gain some knowledge and get about my business. So yeah,
that's
but
when I started studying and learning the business of music. I mean, I always did when I was with Hammer anyway, because his brother, Louis Burrell, was my mentor. Hammer's brother was the brain behind everything. A lot of people think Hammer was the only one that did all this stuff, but in any type of business, you got to have a machine behind you. And Hammer's brother, his whole family was involved.
Mhm.
Everybody was involved in his career as far as making who he is today and all that. Louis Burrell was the mastermind. Louis literally took Hammer from making $1,500 a show, or well, I take that back, $3,000 a show to 30,000, literally overnight. He did a show one weekend. It came back to him. He had to got to deal with Capitol. When we got to deal with Capitol, say he's no longer that cheap. You got to give him 30 grand. And he got 30,000. His first $30,000 show was the next show after that. And he never looked back.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. So
Yep.
so with your career, have you done any collaborations, and how was that process? How did it make you more creative in collaborating with other people? Because sometimes people just want to be a standalone person, and they can be successful as a standalone person, but sometimes pulling in those extra people or well known or bigger label people can kind of help you, go.
Right. not cut you off. When I
No.
first started my solo career, I had a lot of collaboration with different producers, great producers that's produced platinum and gold records all
Mhm,
over the world, and other singers. I had a singing coach working with me when I first started. His name is Ephraim Galloway, but
mhm.
he retired from the game. He moved back home. He stays in Mobile, Alabama now. All he does is fish every day, and he does. But he's still a wonderful singer and a vocal coach. Another one of my great friends, producer that's producing right now and still does and produce for everybody from gospel groups to the Temptations to you name it. His name is Ivan Johnson.
Mhm.
Ivan right now is currently the music director for Kim. So, and you know Kim. Kim is a perfectionist. He also is a music director for Club Nouveau. He plays with them sometimes. Sometimes he plays with Tony. He's from the
Mhm.
Bay Area. He's from Sacramento. Well, he's actually from Oakland, but he stays in Sacramento now. So Ivan is a great producer. One of my other great producers that produced I Miss You and produced a lot of songs on my first album, Benito, Show Me Some Love, is a great brother. He never crossed all the way over. He was in the church, and it's Minister Derek Hall. No
Okay.
relation to Aaron Hall whatsoever. But he's the one that played the keys. He's the one that produced the music for I Miss You and a lot of other records that I've had and others out there in the industry. He stayed in there maybe about 5, 6 years, but he said he stopped because God told him, uh-uh. He's been to church ever since.
Well, that's always a blessing.
And yeah, that boy bad though. He's a man. He's man. When it comes to playing keys, he's ridiculous, ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. So being at the music industry now is so much different. It evolves or changes every so many years, whether it's business wise, writing wise, or however. How what advice would you give to others to help them along the way so that they may not go through the same things you went through? It's like, okay, I went through this, so let me give you the game so you don't have to experience that.
The game is totally different now. You have more information. Plus, back in my day, you had to read. You had to get books and read, and they wasn't really telling you. The best teacher is always hands-on. Experience is always the greatest teacher. But for the most part, a lot of the cats, they used to call the thing back in the day gatekeepers. And
Mhm.
if you didn't seek it, you didn't get it. And a lot of them would only grab and embrace certain people, teach them certain knowledge. Us being people of color, we don't learn a lot of things that they know. They know that will hinder us and hold us back and keep us, you know, from advancing the way we need to advance. And what are we trying to do? And every time we start learning the game and become smarter, start asking questions and doing better, what do they always do? They change the rules in the middle
Mhm.
of the game. So I would advise anybody that's trying to get in the a music business, become a singer, writer, whatever it may be, learn the business first. Learn it first before you pursue it, because people will talk you into doing things that you ain't used to doing, and before you know it, you be done wrote a hit or something, and your song will get taken from you, and you'll never make a dime off of it because they go in there, administrate it, and do everything that you should have done as a learner, and before you know it, it's over.
So, being that, what's my next question? So, going through those tough times and going through different stuff, how did you navigate that through the music in I can't even speak tonight. How did you navigate those challenges as you went through your career?
Well, for one, like I said, I learned a lot about the business before I left Hammer from
Mhm.
his brother. A lot of knowledge from his brother, going to meetings and sitting and watching. Because I've been that way since I was a little kid. I've been very, very, saying curious to learn things and be amongst elders and respect the elders and want to pick their minds so I can be smarter and more clever in what I do. So, but I never was ever malicious with it, like some people do. They get it and they use it for the wrong, and it winds up showing in the end, and people not liking you. I'm a very likable person, but not going around your question. I
Oh,
was just for me learning the game and knowing I had some trial and error because when I first started my solo career after I left Hammer and went on my own,
yeah.
my cousin, Mr. Fred Martin, he started a label. We started a label together called Martin Entertainment. I could
Mhm.
have named the label anything we wanted to, but me being respectful to my cousin because he was investing his money in me, I want to be named after him. So he's like, okay, cool. But I was the head of the label. He said, you know everything, Nito.
Mhm.
So won't you just run everything? You be the president. I'm the CEO. I'll be in the background, and you run everything because you the star. I don't want to be out front. I just want to make the money on the backside. I say, ain't no problem. Let's
Right.
do it. Uh, Shake hands, in blood, whatever. Contracts, we did contracts too, but it's more because we family first.
Right.
Money can always come and go. You know the old man rule. Two
Yeah.
things we gonna fall out of: no money and no women. So he
Right.
knew I was used to money. I used to being around women, so that wasn't a problem. Let's get this money. Let's get in the game and let's see how it really is. So when he called me, I was back here in Arkansas. I was at my mother's house, just trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to go back to California? Do I want to pursue my career? Because it's right at the hammer now, right?
Right.
So he called me one day and said, "Cuz, I want to start a record label." I was like, "What?" And at that time, everybody was doing independent labels around the country, from Atlanta to New York to LA to wherever. I'm already knowing he in LA, so you gotta have money in Los Angeles anyway. And
Mhm.
that's where all the record labels are. So I like, cuz, do you know how much it costs to have a label? Because I'm thinking he probably got a couple thousand, maybe 12, 15. I said, they ain't gonna get it. He said, what? What it run? I said, cuz, we're gonna need at least 250,000 to start out with.
Mhm.
He said, well, it ain't nothing. I got that. I said, you got what? I didn't want to ask him where you got the money from. He said,
Right.
I got that. He said, I got that and some. He said, what I'm gonna do is tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna set about 300,000 to the side. Is that enough to start? I said, is that enough? Yeah. I said, but to be honest with you, cuz, just make it 5. Do 500,000. He
Right.
said, okay. He said, okay. Mama, Fred said you gotta have $1,000,000. You think he lying? That very day. He said, man, go get a flight to be in LA in the morning, man. Be here in the morning. I need you to here in the morning. So we can go handle this business. I said, cousin, you lying to me, man. He said, Nito, go. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call somebody right now. He called one of his friends. His friend came where I was and gave me $1,000 and said, go catch the next flight out of Arkansas to Los Angeles. I said, he for real. I packed up my stuff I had,
Mhm.
got on the next flight the next morning. The flight left at 6 a.m. from Little Rock, Arkansas. I made it to Los Angeles around by 8:30, right?
Mhm.
Cali time, but it was behind. Anyway, got there. My cousin picked me up at the airport, went to the hotel. He said, I got a condo for us, and but it ain't finished yet. So I want you to get in the hotel and call all your producers, all your everybody you need to do, we need to do, and go and start producing your album. Get whatever they want, we'll pay them. I'm like, what? So I called my friends, the ones I did I Miss You, with first. Derek
Right.
Hall, Evan Galloway, and Ivan. I called them. And between Ivan and Derek, I produced my first album, Show Me Some Love. They produced all the songs on there. I did 11 songs. They produced all of them. I went independent. In the midst of me doing that, me and my cousin, going back, it's like I did the album about 3.5, 4 months. I recorded the whole album. I'm seeing everybody while I'm up in the Bay, back and forth. But I wasn't really communicating with Hammer at the time.
Mhm.
I wasn't mad or nothing. I just was doing my own thing.
Right.
And you know, then one day in the studio, I'm recording my stuff. In walks Larry Blackman. You know
Mhm.
who Larry Blackman is?
I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
Yeah, the lead singer from Cameo.
Okay.
Word up,
Yeah. Okay.
Charles and Word, one Mohawk and the
Yes.
jockey strap.
Yes.
And he's listening. He walked in. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to get one of my songs from one of the producers." He said, "Hey man," he said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name's Benito." He said, "Hey Benito," he said, "Man, you got a record deal?" I said, "No." I said, "We just doing it right now. We're gonna shop it. When I finish the album, we're gonna button it up and we're gonna shop it in LA to the highest bidder." He said, "Man, I can get you a record deal tomorrow. I can walk you right in and get you a deal."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, it's a new label that's running in Los Angeles by the name of Raging Bull Records, and they
Mhm.
signing up everybody and getting out some good money." I said, "Okay, I'll check into it." He said, "When you want to finish the album?" I said, "Probably about another 2 or 3 weeks. When I get finished, I'll call you." When I got finished the album, I called Larry. Larry stayed in LA at the time. Went up, met him in Hollywood. He said, "Follow me over to the office." Found him to the office, walked me in. told the CEO, his name was Joe Iskro, famous Italian mafia affiliate / gangster. I didn't know all this at the time. I found this out afterwards
Okay.
and walked us in, and he said, he listened to my songs. He said, Larry, you brung him. He got to be real. What do you want to do? He said, I want to sign him. And we talked about numbers and percentages. Okay, let's do it. I got the distribution in place. Let's roll. We was with AEC Distribution, which was a strong West Coast distribution company. Just like, I mean, like any major, they did all the major stuff too. And we wound up signing with Raging Bull, Martin Entertainment / Raging Bull / AEC Distribution. And there it was, as simple as that. I was in the process before all this other scandal came about, which I love my boy. He was doing 2 songs for me. Guess who that was?
Who was that?
Guess who was producing 2? R. Kelly.
And how was that working with Robert?
That was the thing that happened was we didn't get a chance to finish up, do anything really, because the scandal came up about the videos. Remember the videos, the sex tape?
Yeah.
That was during that time, and it got ugly, and we had to pull back. But Robert was getting ready to reintroduce me. He's trying to reintroduce me as not as a new artist, but as like his little brother. That's where he was gonna play it. Like, yo, little brother, what's up? Yo, Benito, the song. I had a song I did already, and he was remixing it called He Say, She Say. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, it's on Spotify. It's on all of the platforms. You can go look it up, Benito, He Say, She Say. R. Kelly was remixing. He was remixing it. And we was going to reintroduce myself through Raging Bull and my label as with that record. This record was going to come out with. And Kels was going to stick on it. He was going to introduce me. So I'd have instantly been on. I said, man, yes, we done did it. Come out the gate swinging. We ready, baby.
Right.
And everything fell apart. We had to go with what we had because he got in trouble.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
But all for a reason, so you know.
Yeah, yeah. So after that, I stayed with Raging Bull for about 2 years. And after 2 years, the relationship exhausted, because we didn't really feel like they was doing what we thought they should have been doing. We was doing what we were supposed to do anyway. But like I said, everything was trial and error. When you're an independent label, you can't expect no label to push you. You got to do it yourself. We was on that Master P grind. Because we was in the time, we seeing all of this. Remember, when I did my solo career, it was during the time that Biggie would just come out. Pac was on his ride. Everything was in the midst of it. And I was right there. I saw a lot of it. Because I went to a lot of those Death Row parties. I saw a lot of things happen. And I had another insight on Death Row that a lot of people didn't know. God rest her soul in peace. Jewel was my cousin's baby mother's best friend.
Okay.
So she would always come to the condo and tell us everything. So we knew everything going on over there at Death Row back then. It wasn't nothing to hear about what was happening over there at the camp.
Right.
And, with Daz Corrupt, Snoop, or whoever it might have been, Daz Dillinger, all of them, we knew. So I was chilling one day after we exhausted our thing with Raging Bull. I was going to the cleaners, the cleaners to get my clothes out. And I was playing my song, my new song is called Shake and Bake, in my truck. And this little dude walked up to me and said, hey, man, sing that song out there in that truck? That song sounds good. I like that. I'm like, yeah. I said, that record is me. He said, get out of here. You ain't no singer, man. You're a bodyguard. I said, who are you, dude? You know what I'm saying? He said, my name is Ernie. My name is Ernie Singleton. I said, Ernie Singleton? The Ernie Singleton? Motown? Ernie Singleton? He said, yeah, that'll be me. I said, man, hey, man, glad to be, hey, bro, what's up, bro? I'm like, you an icon of this. He said, whatever you want to call it that. At the time, Ernie had just finished closing out the deal and teaching Tamika how to run Ruthless Records for Eazy-E.
Okay.
He had control of Eazy-E's estate once Eazy died because she didn't know how to run nothing. She didn't know how to run the company. So Ernie stepped in. He had to run his company for about 2 or 3 years. He was the mastermind, and besides Eazy and them, behind Bone Thugs and Harmony and all of them guys. So he had a good mechanism and a good vehicle to work with. So he branched out and wanted to start his own label called Fully Loaded Records
Mm-hmm.
/ Sonic. And he said, man, I got a new label. I mean, it's just like God just blessed me over and over and over again. He said, and I like that record I hear outside. Can I take it with me? I said, hold up, bro. Oh, I done got robbed before. Wait a
Right.
minute. My record ain't got a copywritten yet. You know what I'm saying? We just recorded that like last week. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just listening to it and gonna see if I want to change some things or not. And I called my cousin and said, cuz, should I give him the record? He said, who is it? I said, it's D. Ernie Singleton, dude. The one that ran Motown. Had Patti LaBelle, Luther Vandross, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, all of them, bro. He Universal Records. He Motown. He said, okay, get to him. We ain't tripping. He gives me a problem. We coming, you know. I said, okay. There'll be some gangster stuff going on.
Okay.
So, yeah, my cousin was no joke. So, anyway, we gave him a record. He said, I want to meet with you and your cousin next week, man, because I want to help me with my label. Okay. Went in, we didn't know at the time, he was actually looking for some partners to invest in his label. But we looked at it like this. This was a plug for us because we'd had to go through different avenues and we wouldn't have got the same deal we got with him by putting our money in too, helping him launch what he had because he already had everything sold up, all the business side. So I couldn't do nothing but go,
Right.
you know?
Exactly.
We got with our lawyers and got with his lawyers. We made it happen. I was with Raging Bull for about, I was with Fully Loaded. I was with Martin Entertainment / Fully Loaded / Stop Sonic Records for almost 4 years. Almost 4 years in LA.
You had a good run. It had your foot in the door in many places.
We went almost gold, but once again, run to this obstacle. When you're independent, even though my guy had all these accolades and all these things on his resume, the industry hates. He was independent. He wasn't working for the big machine no more. He wanted to do his own. We don't want you to have no big success as an independent label. So we gonna slow the, even though we had the money and everything to do and the power, but they had the power to make it fly or just sit. They kept giving us obstacles, you know, always something. And I was signed in with them, and our distributor was Sony Music, Red Distribution. So we had major international distribution, everything, shot videos, did good, went almost gold, one of my records, but we didn't hit that gold mark. So we was like, man, what we got to do? Arnie reached out to his good friend, and you can look this up. It's on my documentary I have on YouTube.
Okay.
The first Black billionaire of America, Bob Johnson, BT.
Okay. This up.
Arnie and Bob were best friends. They were classmates in college. So Bob said, hey, I want to start a record label. Didn't want to do a record label, but I couldn't do it because I own BET, and that would be a conflict of interest because I control all the videos that be shown by all these labels. And these labels know that me and you are linking up to do a label record deal because I'm going to play everything you got. I'm going to blast it. So you one word, Benito, you're going to be on everything I got. I'm going to make you a star. I'm going to make you a star. And pretty much that's what happened. And he launched it. And we wanted to sign a deal with Bob Johnson. And we, as Bob said, before we go public, and I put us on, stock market, I want to finish the deal with Disney World. And he's like, okay. So Bob did the deal with Disney World, and I was the first artist to perform on the stage at the BT Soundstage in Orlando, Florida. If you ever get a chance to go to Treasure Island in Orlando, Florida, Disney World.
Yep.
Huh?
I went in.
You go to Treasure Island.
I went back in '97. My high school. I went back in '97. My high school, my senior trip. We went to Treasure Island. After 7, I think Aaliyah, some of those had performed there that weekend. We was there. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Look at that. See what a coincidence. So I was the first one to perform on that stage. I christened it, and my picture is on the wall. When you go to the BT Soundstage Cafe on Treasure Island, you see my picture on the wall as one of the first artists to perform on that stage. The week we did it, I was there when Destiny's Child first started. Beyonce and all them. Destiny's Child, my boy was there, Gerald Levert, from LSG, Keith Sweat and him and Johnny, all of them. Jay-Z was there. He hadn't met Beyonce yet. Well, she was just a child. She was 17 then. So he met Beyonce years later. But my partner that was with me, Dominico, was on Beyonce. He had her. He had her. She was going. But, of course, Tina was like, hey, no. No. But
Hey,
my
can
partner
y'all hear
named
me?
Dominico. Yeah, I can hear you. Never
Yeah.
forget it.
Man,
Dominico had her going, boy.
hey, Benito, we had a couple questions. There's been a couple comments in there, so we want to get to some of the comments. You got quite a few viewers been watching. Quite a few people been pushing like and love, so they checking you out and all the good
I
stories,
can't
man.
see
It's
nothing.
been
All I see is y'all two.
It's on there. I don't even have my glasses on, so I'm like trying to squint to read.
I can't read nothing. All I do is see y'all.
Yeah, we got one question. Quan Chi said, "What was the hardest part in beginning your music career?"
What was the hardest part of stuff? What meaning? See, I don't know what the meaning of it. My solo career, or when I got with Hammer. I mean,
at the beginning, like when you was young, when you first got in, like what was the trials and tribulations you had to go through, or you seen that, like in the beginning, like what was like where was you felt was real tough, and you had to learn that helped you get, I'm gonna add a little bit, like what was the struggle that you seen like early? Because I know you was a teenager when you started, like going into your 20s. For somebody that's young, that what was some like a
you
struggle?
breaking up real bad, breaking up terribly bad. I don't even know what you just said, but I say this: in the beginning, I met Hammer. That was. I'm saying it was easy, but I was automatically put in to a program that was already rolling. Now, when I became a solo artist on my own, it was different. And the great difference in that was I had money behind me. I had access to money. You can't do nothing without no money. And my cousin, I love him. I take a bullet. Well, I took a bullet for him. Anyway, yeah, to this day, I love my cousin Fred. Fred invested in me. We spent about maybe $1.5 million, $2 million on me being who I am to make me, and me getting those deals with Ernie Singleton and signing with Bob Johnson and all them. Man, we spent a lot of money, man, because that was the thing about it with independency. You got to have money. If you ain't got no bread, they ain't going to hear you. They ain't going to even listen to you. You don't get no breaks. Don't nobody care. They all reaching for the same goal. Everybody trying to win.
Yeah.
So you got to find clever ways of maneuvering and do what you do and get in. See, it's one thing I don't see nobody doing no more, really. And I know, what's your name, Crystal? Crystal stay in Atlanta, right? You stay in Atlanta.
I do.
I'm gonna tell you something because you used to work at CNN. You don't never read these cats talking about I got a publicist. No more. Huh?
I said I'm still at.
Okay, you still there? Okay, so you know about a publicist. See, they almost become dormant to artists. Artists don't know what that is. I don't have a lawyer. Now, most of the rappers do. They have a lawyer on retainer or whatever, but it's for the wrong reason. Not the right, the wrong. So we had attorneys we had to pay for everything. And it made things go much smoother and simpler, when you're doing it. But so my advice to you, what's the name again?
Quanti.
What's your guy name? YT. Quati, whatever. My brother.
Quanti.
Gotta have that bread, bro. Or they ain't gonna let you in the door. They don't want to hear nothing else. It's all about money, homie. It's all about money.
Even with the tax. So what?
He said appreciate. He said appreciate it for answering the question. So he said appreciate it.
Much love, much love.
Okay,
what you saying, Crystal?
What I was saying was in writing. What gets your creative juices flowing? Like you say, you had some songs you named off quite a few. What was the process in putting a name to them, or what was the process in writing? I know I have wrote several books, so I guess it'll be a different aspect in writing books than it is to sit down and write music. Do you have to have a beat to go off of first, and then you just catch that and you start to write, or how does that work with you?
My musical inclination, I have I guess a special gift. I used to be a beatboxing champ. I used to beatbox, so I got rhythms and stuff going in my head and music in my head all the time. So when I write, I basically write off experiences or things. Basically, what I see and what I hear. A lot of my songs are written off of fantasy. I mean, not true things I've been through, but I fantasize them and put it in words. A lot of the others were made off of situations I've seen my friends go through. Like something like, you went through that, Benito? No, I didn't go through that, but I wrote about it, and I had to mention no names who I wrote it about, so I knew their situation, and they were like, man, you wrote a song about me. Like, yeah, but the creativity comes from all different places. I can say this, and I'm not bragging, but I can brag about it. I've never drank or smoked in my life, so I don't need anything to enhance my ability to write or bring my writing things to forefront. It just comes and goes. I think I wrote the best record of my life just recently. And I released it about 4 or 5 months ago, and the record is called "Just Wanna Love You." It's out right now on all social media platforms. And "Just Wanna Love You," I think it's one of the best, even better than "I Miss You." But it takes money to push stuff. Huh?
Matter of fact, you just said that. Do you want to play the video? I got it on cue if you want to play it.
Yeah, let's.
You can.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I want Crystal to see what's up.
Yeah.
So
I don't just say that. My video gonna speak for itself.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, we finna check it out. But it's Benito. Benito, "Just Wanna Love You." Do you want to tell him anything
Ladies,
about the concept?
Huh?
You want to tell them anything before they see it, like the concept of you making it? What was the process? You want to tell them a little bit about what they finna see?
Look, I'm big into crystals and everything right now, right? This is a crystal cross. You see it? Crystal cross. Hold it dear to me. Crystals, rocks, power. I understand the universe now in a whole different way. I wrote that song thinking about God, the element of man. And I said, the way that my spirit is made up, that I want to love my creator, I want to love a woman the same way. And how can I express this? Give me the words to say, Lord. And it took me a couple of months. But all of a sudden, one night, I woke up out of my sleep and put pen to paper and came to this record you about to hear. And it just flowed, bro. And I knew it was right.
Yeah.
I felt it. I knew it was right. Now,
that's what's up.
The world can hear. I want to love you as a woman, just like I love the Lord. I love my creator. I just want to love you, baby.
Yeah, that's a good concept.
Salute. And we finna play the video from his career to Hammer to right here to Southern Soul to "Just Wanna Love You." Here it go, right here. We finna play it.
Let's go, bro.
You know something, baby? All of my life, I've searched for somebody like you. And through time, I've come to realize that you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I want you forever. I want to know the things that make you really, really happy. I want to know, can I always keep a smile up on your face? I want to know, will you love me through the summer, spring, winter, and fall? I realize you're worth to me, that says it all. There is something special about you. I can't hide it. I'm crazy about you, baby. Spend the rest of my life with you, darling. Through thick and thin, you're the one that kept me grounded. And for that, I thank you. These words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. I wanna love you forever, maybe for a lifetime. Oh, baby, there's no doubt in my mind. Maybe it's the right time. I just wanna love you. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. Oh, these words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. Taking over my life, you sacrificed for me. I finally got it right. You never worried and you always had trust in me. This This is my chance to make a stand and be the man you knew I could be. You're all I want in my life. Girl, it's you that I need. I wanna love you. Baby, for a lifetime. Baby, for a lifetime. There's no doubt in my mind. Baby, it's the right time. It's the right time, baby. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. These words I say to you, I say to you, all very true. I just wanna love you. You mean the world to me. Always promise to love you. I do truly love you, baby. It's true. My feelings for you. When I say I do. All I want to do is love you. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. These words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. I wanna love you forever. Baby, I just wanna love you. There's no doubt in my mind. There is no doubting. There is no doubting. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. These words I say to you, baby, I just wanna love you. There is no doubting, baby, I just wanna love you.
That right.
You know, Crystal?
And I like that. That right.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I like that song. That's like a wedding song. I
Yes,
like just want to love you. I like the meaning behind it. I
yes.
I actually love the meaning behind it because sometimes people get into relationships. Look, I'm going into my When Life Talk podcast stuff. Sometimes when people get into relationships, they don't know or they go into it for all the wrong reasons and not understanding the true meaning of love. If we speaking of God's love, we'll say agape love. So yeah, I like that song. That's something I have in my rotation. Most definitely.
Okay, appreciate that. What
Yeah.
it is that I realize that I look around me every day and I see it. We've lost our sense of love for each other. We see
Mm-hmm.
so much of the harm that brothers do to each other on a daily basis,
Yeah.
as well as and like most of them saying he weak, he a sucker, a simp. Hey, bro, it's all about loving you, Crystal, the black woman, because you're the most important thing on this earth. Everything derives and comes from you, woman as well as man. And
It's,
we must understand we got to protect y'all, man. If we don't, we'll have nothing. The race will be over. If you die, if the black woman die, everything died. Because she is Mother Earth. Everything derived from her. Every nationality, every color came from the sister, the black woman.
most
They never get it twisted. They can tell us whatever they want to tell us, but I know the truth. And you do too.
Most definitely, I agree with you 100%. I tell people all the time, like you can't base nothing off of. I tell my sister or people who have boys when they get in trouble or they yell at them, they say, "Oh, stop crying. What you crying for?" I said, let that young man express his feelings. Allow him to do so because you don't want him to go in life and then he get a woman and he can't cry in front of her. He can't be vulnerable in front of her. He got to be strong. He got to be tough. And it's like, no, let that down. Let it loose because that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we want vulnerable. We want you to be able to be in that loving space because if you can love yourself and your family, then baby, you can love me right.
That's right. And the thing is, I just talked about this last night on another podcast, is that brothers, we both come from the woman. And you all can be manipulative at times. But it's only because we come from you. That's a part of the spirit of you as a woman. woman and woman. Every man has it. That's why it says hard for a woman to raise a boy or a son by herself. He needs a father in his life for guidance. Because there's things that a man can tell your son, guide him, you can't teach him. So
Exactly.
he needs a fatherly figure in his life, whether he has it or not. Now, a lot of women do great jobs, but for the most part, when it comes to manipulating and having that man be in a certain way, his mama guides him.
Yeah.
She has an ability to manipulate him to do things he normally wouldn't do because he loves mama. And
Right.
that's only being his feminine side. That's all it's being.
That's
We all
it.
got it in us. It's a point of tapping into it. So yes, you're absolutely right. All that hard, don't cry. A man ain't supposed to, man, forget that. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you out there by yourself. It's just you and your family. Who gonna love you more than your family? Who gonna love you more than anything? Mama.
Exactly.
Daddy teach you how to be hard.
That's
Mama
it.
gonna love you and show you that correction. Come here, baby. Grab
Yeah.
you and console you. You
Hmm.
always go to mama when you came from the mama's breast, from a baby. You had breast milk or whatever it was. Who kept taking care of you more than anybody? Yeah, daddy had you for a little while, but it was always mama.
Right.
So
We're gonna nurture you. Your daddy gonna teach you life lessons.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, Miss Pam. That's my cousin Pam. That is him. She asking is that you. I don't have my glasses on. But yes, that is him. In the flesh.
Yeah.
Like living color. We have him here today. Talk to him. He'll talk back, I promise.
That song that you just heard, the
Yes.
producer of that record is from a little town down the street from me called Huddick, Arkansas. But he stays in Little Rock now. His name is Chris Roach. So big shout out to the Roach family. And their whole family is full of musicians. You know what I'm saying? They all grew up playing the drums, the bass, guitar, the keyboards. Chris
Yeah.
is a wonderful, wonderful producer. He also just produced a song, George Benson, that he's
Oh,
playing. Well, he produced it a couple of years ago. He just re-released it, remastered it. It's out now. And my videographer is Mr. Michael Young Sr. He shot most of my videos that I have out now on YouTube. Uh, we've probably shot 12 videos
okay.
for all the songs I released on Southern Soul and everything else. He's shot all my videos for me primarily. He's a wonderful videographer. The brother's
Yeah.
dope.
That's what's up. I always say Arkansas have some talented artists coming from out of Arkansas. My dad came, born and raised Camden, Arkansas. Guitarist, traveled the world, playing.
Okay, Kevin, Queen City.
Yep,
Yeah.
traveled the
So we got a
world.
guy represented right now to the fullest. His name is Taki Willis. He,
Mhm.
he's a blogger on Facebook, and he's gonna went viral. He doing his thing. Taki Willis in Camden, Queen City, stand up, do it, boy, do it big, represent the state, baby. Yeah, that's what's
Good.
up.
So, how do you target your audience, or is it something you have to? Because branding and marketing, all that good stuff comes into play. How do you say, okay, this is the audience I want to target? Do you? I want to say put yourself in a box, or do you just say, okay, I want my music to be for everybody, no matter the age group?
Well, I sat down and talked to some of my people in my camp, and we strategized it in this sense. I'm a big guy, so I think that I'm handsome, good looking, to be an older man. So we gonna market you to the cougar market. women, women that's established. We say 25 and up. I really don't want to say 25 because I'm still kids. I would
Mhm.
say 30, 35 and up to 60. That's my music range with most of the women who follow me on my lives, on my podcast I do every week. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Facebook, and I'm gonna start doing it on YouTube. But
Okay.
what it is that they're more mature, so they understand me and what I'm saying, and they understand my music better. My music, kids can listen to it.
Hmm.
I do songs to some kids, but most of my music is made for the older, mature crowd now. And it's about love. I'm about love and respect and loving a woman and teaching her, showing her that there are still some good guys out there that still have a little chivalry in them. And every guy ain't no dog. And that's what I roll it on. I'm the teddy bear. I'm the teddy bear of Southern Soul. They also call me Zaddy. They also call me Benito. So I got 3 names,
Okay.
but yeah, yeah,
That,
I'm doing my thing.
that's what. So Miss Pam Holmes, that's my cousin. She just said you
Okay.
probably don't
Hey,
remember.
Pam.
But she
She
must.
said what?
She said you probably don't remember her. He didn't change it. She said, still glad that you got that voice. Where can I find your music? He on all streaming platforms, Pam. But she know you from somewhere. She said you probably don't remember me. Let me see if he'll bring that comment back up. But she said she said summers in Canada, Arkansas. But she said she was a class of 94 at EHS. I do remember seeing that
Okay.
comment up. So
And she's
yeah,
your auntie?
she's my cousin.
Oh, your
Okay,
cousin.
here it is. It says, "Hey Benito."
Um,
Yeah, can you see it?
it went off,
Oh, class of
but it's
nine.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So he
I
switched it.
might have sure if I seen her face, I know who she is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I seen her, I would know who she is.
yeah. So that's what's up.
Club Summer. Yeah. At the club.
Okay,
Yeah, Summer. Yeah. Yeah.
that's what's up. So look, she know who you is. But that's good, man. Like I say, I'm gonna listen to some more of your music because I like the direction you're going in. That song
Thank
I
you.
heard, awesome. Of course, I loved I Miss You. That was a hit. So that's good to know that you were the person behind it. But yeah, that song was
Yeah.
most a hit. So
You know, one of the hardest things, I was in Walmart yesterday, and the part that get me is when people walk up to me and say, "You still here?" or "You still singing?" or when they hear me sing or do what I do, "You still got it?" It don't make me trip, but I said to myself, "What made you thought I lost it?" You
right,
know, it's because you don't see me no more all the time. I stay to myself. That's just a part of life. I've always been Benito. I've always been the outgoing, cool cat. See, I ain't never had a problem with my people in town of being, one of them stuck-up cats. Every time when I came home from Christmas, the Hammer stuff back in the day, or from Cali after Hammer, I'm always been the same. I ain't
right,
switch up on them. We had a little incident back where they thought I was claiming something else, saying I didn't give El Dorado his props, you know, but I did. But at the time, when I went on national TV on BT, I said I'm from a little town in Arkansas. And because I did not say specifically El Dorado, people got mad at me.
mm-hmm.
Then I went on a radio station in Little Rock one time on a 92.3 The Beat, Broadway Joe, and said, "What's up to all my people in Arkansas?" Even gave shout out to the brothers that was in prison, locked up. A lot of them I knew them.
Uh-huh.
They said, I was saying I was from Little Rock, not El Dorado. I'm
Wow,
like, what part y'all didn't hear? I
right,
mean, y'all didn't. But anyway, the old saying is kind of true. At home, they don't really give you the love that you think you would get from
yeah,
being at home until after you do something and become successful or whatever it is. But I want people to understand, all you artists, what you do. You don't owe nobody nothing. You owe nobody anything. They
right,
try to make it seem like
mm-hmm.
you owe what you do. What you did, it didn't contribute to you till about them nights, sending you on trips to go do what you had to do to get to where you are, then you don't owe them nothing. Yeah, I give you common courtesy speaking, but I don't owe you anything other than that. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna go on. But people always want to congratulate you after you become successful. What about when I was trying to get there?
Right.
Just
Where
a
would
part of I
right,
learned a lesson. And I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't knocking, I ain't throwing shade on nobody. It's just that know that I know. And when I see you, I'm still gonna smile and speak and keep it going.
right? Because real recognize real, and if you wasn't there from the
There
bottom,
you go.
don't
There
catch
you
me.
go.
Yeah, and it's a good
Yeah,
thing,
what I'm trying to.
you know.
Uh-huh.
I said that's a good thing that you didn't remain humble throughout the years because sometimes people will switch up, but I don't get that from you. I see that you stay humble, you stay blessed through the whole process, and that's why you're continuing to flourish. So that's all. That's love.
It's
That's good.
almost like deja vu to me right now.
Hmm.
It's all happening again at a later age, but it's the development. Eddie Murphy said to me one time, singers never get old. As long
Hmm.
as you can sing, you'll forever be in there.
Yeah.
Because as long as you make a record and sing a love, women love balladeers. They love men that can sing to them. And
Hmm.
I just thank God for my voice and my ability and my talent. I can still sing like I sing.
Right.
I'm an older man. How old do you think I am, Crystal?
Well, I'm gonna say you can't be you gotta be early 50s. I'm gonna say that.
I just had a birthday last month on the 8th. I
Mm-hmm.
also shared a birthday with my daughter, my last child. I'm 54 years old.
Okay. So
Now
now,
you can see it now. We're looking at with the salt and pepper or
right,
whatever. Yes, but majority of the time I diet, it be black. And you can't tell it takes about 18 years off my age.
you
I
got
love it.
that great.
It's like,
I'm 44 and I'm
huh?
not head full. I recently just died mine. But you gotta embrace that
See,
gray.
it's fine, it's cool. But remember, I'm in the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Presentation rules the nation. You gotta be on point. You
Yeah.
be out in front of people see you. Ooh, he broke. He ain't got nothing. You know how we do.
Right, right,
Oh look, what are you driving? Uh,
right.
Our
Yeah,
people, man.
I
Our people. We
will
would put their tails down.
won't
Ooh,
they?
he look like he.
You can't never have a bad day with
Hey,
people.
hey, I maintain. I'm good. God is good.
That's good. So we have come up on our hour mark. I don't want to hold you too much longer. But what else you share? What's next for you? What's next for? But
I'm just gonna put it out to the universe because when you speak to the universe speaks back. I'm in the process of starting a new company in 2024, and the name of the company is gonna be called the Kodiak Firm.
okay,
And the Kodiak Firm is similar. My symbol is gonna be a bear, a Kodiak bear, and it's a symbol of power, strength. Because I'm the teddy bear anyway. So, I ain't putting no soft bear on there. I'm putting a strong bear. And under the Kodak Firm, I will have a division of music, which I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to find me an artist, managing artist to show them things that I know they would need to succeed in this music industry, as well as me being an artist myself. Ain't no conflict of interest here. I'm
right.
just sharing the gift. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
a gatekeeper. You can't take it to the grave with you. Share the love, share the knowledge. Let them know. If you want to seek it, if you want it, I ain't got no problem teaching it. But see, a
Right.
lot of these young cats nowadays, they think they know everything. Can't tell them nothing.
Hard
Look,
head.
I always told this, and this is the truth. The players don't change, the game does. You see
Exactly.
the same people that was on a lower scale is now on a higher scale. How they get there? Because they persevered and they kept pushing and made it to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the same ones you look up on as being nothings, they're executives, and you got to deal with them. So be mindful how you treat people when you're on the way up. All saying you're gonna see them on your way down. So I ain't got to worry about none of that. As I ride and go, I'm gonna see them. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna shake hands. We're gonna do business. We're gonna keep it moving. So that's what I would tell them. All of y'all, get your mind right and know what you're talking about. Don't jump out there, get in the water, and can't swim. Learn how
Right.
to swim first, or float. At least learn how to float. Then move forward, and you'll be successful.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. Man, so I thank you for joining us tonight. We want to give you your flowers. We appreciate you. We love you. You could have been doing anything else, but you chose to
Yeah.
jump on Star Magazine and rock it out with us tonight. And for that, we very much well appreciate you. I'm sure some people, if you haven't tuned on, you jump on. He jumped
Mm-hmm.
tonight. So
Yeah.
jump on and take some notes. Man,
Let me say this before I go.
go ahead, honey.
I don't know kickback, no slapback. El Dorado, Arkansas. I'm representing, baby. I'm representing for the town. So you can't say I didn't say it. I am from El Dorado, Arkansas. I
Okay.
represent El Dorado. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. All right?
All right. Look, you don't want no. Don't come for him. He didn't already put it out there. He didn't get
I'm
y'all
good.
out. All right. Thank you for tuning in again.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. I'm most definitely gonna listen to some more of your music and get a feel for it. And I'm gonna look out for what's next to come. I'm gonna most definitely follow you and keep it with what you have going on.
I want everybody watching tonight to please follow me on my Benito page on Facebook. Follow me, Benito Glosson. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, same name, Benito Glosson. You can follow me, but I prefer y'all follow me on my Benito page, the artist page. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. I'm about 1,000 short. So I'm trying to reach there before the year's end. And everything else, I'm on Spotify, Amazon. I'm signed to DistroKid. I got a distribution with DistroKid with my music. So I'm on all the major platforms. So you
Okay.
can find Pandora, you name it. Look me up. I'm on YouTube all day long. All of my videos, all my songs. Put in Benito Glosson, Glosson, and whatever, Benito, they all gonna pop up. You see the videos.
All righty, y'all heard it here first, Mr. Benito. Make sure y'all follow him on all his social media handles and listen to his music.
She said Benito.
Benito.
All right, Crystal.
All right, hon. You have a great rest of the night, and it was nice talking to you.
J Rock, holla at me, homie. One love to everybody out there. I love y'all. From the teddy bear. It's a teddy bear. Big Benito.
The teddy bear.
You can call me Zaddy, baby.
Good night.